In today's video, we're going to do a great lymphatic drainage, nice and gentle for mature skin, particularly if you're 60 and over, when we tend to lose collagen and elastin with the skin, and so we can end up more saggy skin, so you don't want to be dragging or pulling. So this is a very nice gentle massage. We're then doing a final lymphatic drainage release, so we can release toxins and waste within the lymph and the lymph nodes, coming down from the head all the way down into the rest of the body. So hi, I'm Ali. I've been a facialist for the last 8 years, and I'm really passionate to help you on your skincare journey. So first things first, you want to start off obviously with clean skin and clean fingers. Now I am going to use a little bit of facial oil for a slip and glide. I have my one here, which I would highly recommend, but obviously if you do have your own, that's fine too. I do prefer to use a facial oil because you do get more of a glide rather than a facial cream. You can always apply a cream afterwards once the oil is actually penetrated into the skin, and whatever you do apply to your skin is going to penetrate in better and deeper, doing this very gentle lymphatic drainage massage. So just gently patting all along the facial area and not forgetting the neck, and also sort of behind the ears, behind the neck, and then just down where the collarbone is. So first let's get the lymphatics going. So I'm placing my hand onto my shoulder, back nice and straight, face nice and relaxed. And let's just do a few gentle shoulder rolls in a backwards motion. Nice, light and gentle. If you like, you can take a couple of deep belly breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth as well, to really help with blood flow and circulation to the head and the neck area. And let's just come the other way in the other direction. Nice big gentle circular shoulder rolls here. And then I'd like to go back a couple of times, because then we're resetting the shoulders into place. Then taking our hand here and actually having the whole hand out, so we're actually creating lots of surface area, and placing it just under my collarbone and the other hand on the other direction, and then just gently gliding down with the hands down by the side of the collarbone in a downwards motion. Again, we're getting lymphatics going, and there are plenty of lymph nodes here. And then we're going to take the flat of the hand again from below the collarbone and just very gently gliding towards the armpit. Now, if we have really unblocked channels with our lymphatic system, it will also help with glowing skin. It just gets everything, all those toxins and waste moving. And then on the other side, nice and gentle, nice and light. From the collarbone towards the other armpit. And then placing our hand just above our collarbone, I'm just going to give a few gentle presses. And then with the flat of the hand now, I'm placing one hand literally above the collarbone. We're placing the other hand as an anchor, so we're not dragging at the skin. And we're just very gently lifting up towards the chin. Nice light massage. And then just slowly working our way all along towards the jawline. Nice and light, and then just calming back. And place the other side as an anchor, taking the other hand and just gliding along. You may want to swallow while you're doing this. You can almost literally feel things moving along. And again, feather-light touch. The lymph is very close to the surface of the skin where we're moving toxins and waste. And then placing our thumb under our chin, fingers above, we're just gently gliding now under the jawline towards the ears, where we have plenty of lymph nodes again. Nice, light and mindful. Now you can do these morning or evening. You can do them in the daytime if you like, once or twice a day. Again, it's a very gentle massage. And then just taking our hands, placing them either side of the ears and just gently massaging the side of the ears where we have plenty of lymph nodes. And then behind the ears. And then with one hand at a time, from behind the ear down the big SCM muscle down to the collarbone. And we're doing one hand at a time here. And then on the other side, nice and gentle. So now let's work on the lower part of the facial area here. We've worked on the neck area. Now we're going to work our way all the way up and then come all the way back down for a final lymphatic drainage release. So placing our thumb under our chin again, fingers as a hook, we're now just gently gliding first of all, again along the jawline. Nice, light and delicate, and again come slightly closer, and because we've applied an amazing facial oil, it's going to really penetrate in nice and deeply, and also we've got a nice glide. Now again, if you do have slightly sagging skin, you can place your hand again as an anchor and just work on one side at a time, and then not forgetting just above the lips. And then on the other side, hand as an anchor, and then again we can, just glide along. Now I am in my mid-50s here, and I've been doing facial massage and exercises, gosh, for the last 30 years or so. So it really does make a difference doing this daily. You can start at any age, 20s, 30s, 60s and beyond. Never too late. And then we're just going to come to where our nose is here. We've got some indentations and we hold quite a lot of tension in this area. So if you can just give that a few gentle massages, again, in a round circular motion. Just nice and gentle one way. And then the other. And then taking our fingers, just gently gliding under the cheekbone towards the ears here. Again, making sure that you're nice and straight and your shoulders are nice and relaxed, and you're not scrunching any other part of the facial area. And then again, lower part of the face, just gently gliding all the way along with the hands. Again, if you do have sagging skin, just use your hand as an anchor and just do one hand at a time. And I like to work in a slightly upwards and outwards motion, so we're lifting everything up, not dragging anything down. Heading towards the ears again. Again, if you like, you can just use your other hand. Now, when it comes to the eye area, the skin around the eyes is very fine and delicate. So I like to use my ring finger because we have a lighter touch. So starting from between the eyes, I'm just going to massage literally between the eyebrows and the eyes here. Again, a nice circular massage. Also calming down the nervous system. And then just massage the other way. And then gliding where the cheekbone is towards the temples. You don't need to go too high up. And this will also help with any puffiness under the eyes here. Very nice and gentle. Fine, light, delicate touch to really move toxins and waste within the lymphatics. Again, if you do have kind of quite sagging skin, you can place your hand onto your nose and just use one finger at a time here, under the eyes, towards the temple area. And then on the other side. Also smoothing out any fine lines and wrinkles as well. And then taking the hands here, we're just now on the fingers, we're just going to massage the temples. And then just the other way, round circular motions, light and gentle. So this is a very lovely, gentle massage today. And then taking the ring finger just under the eyebrows towards the temples as well. Air the light touch. And then with the fingers, we're just working in an upwards motion from between the eyes, along the forehead towards the hairline. And then just very slowly work our way along from then the eyebrows towards the hairline. Again, fair the light touch. Now I do have a community, if you'd like to check that out, I'll leave lots of things in the description box down below, the community, my facial products, and I also have an email list if you'd like to join me there. No pressure. It's nice and light. And then placing our hands, we're interconnecting our fingers now, and now we're just gently gliding in an outwards motion, including the hairline here as well, towards the temples. Under the eyes, moving everything out, the cheekbones, lower part of the face, and then just coming upwards with the neck. Again, if you like, you can use a hand as an anchor. Again, we're just doing this very nice and lightly now towards the ears. And then we're just going to take our hands, just massage the top of our head, and then working our way down. Nice round circular motions. Again, releasing any tension until we get to the nape of the neck here. And then with the fingers from the top of the head, from the hairline, but now just gently gliding down the side of the head, past the temples, the front of the ears where those lymph nodes are. And then behind the ears, just gently massaging, getting ready for the final lymphatic drainage release. And then just taking the fingers, just massaging now below the head, on top of above the neck. Again, plenty of lymph nodes, so we're just moving everything along, just waking everything up as well. Lovely light, delicate massage here. And then with one hand at a time, if you can just glide down the side of the neck, down to the collarbone, down the big SCM muscle. And then on the other side,